Hey there, welcome to Speak Like a Pro. I'm Liam, your co-host for today's episode, and I'm joined by the always insightful Ava.
Thanks, Liam. Hi, everyone. It's great to be here. Today, we're uncovering some of the best-kept secrets to help you sound fluent in English fast. Whether you're preparing for a job...
That's right, Ava. You know, one thing I always hear from learners is, how can I sound more fluent even if I'm not perfect? And here's the thing, it's totally doable.
Absolutely. Fluency isn't just about knowing all the words, it's about confidence and how you present yourself when speaking. So let's jump into it. Liam, what's your first tip?
My go-to tip is mirroring native speakers. This is similar to shadowing, but it's not just about repeating, it's about copying everything they do, their tone, their expressions, their rhythm.
That's a great one. And it doesn't have to be long conversations either. Even just a sentence or two repeated a few times can make a big difference.
Exactly. Start with something simple, like a line from a TV show or a YouTube video. Pause, repeat, and try to match their style as closely as you can.
Love it. All right, here's my tip. Focus on everyday expressions. Things like, how's it going? Or I'm not sure. Let me check. These are phrases native speakers use all the time.
Oh, that's a good one. It's amazing how just a handful of phrases can make you sound so much more natural in conversation.
And don't forget slang and contractions. Instead of saying, I am going to, try I'm gonna. It's small changes like this that help you sound fluent.
Totally agree. Now here's another secret. Work on your pauses and pacing. A lot of learners speak too fast because they're nervous or too slow because they're overthinking.
So true. Speaking at the right pace is key. Take your time and don't be afraid to pause. Native speakers pause too. It actually makes you sound more confident.
Exactly. And while we're on the subject of rhythm, let's talk about intonation. English is such a melodic language, right?
Oh, absolutely. The way your voice rises and falls can completely change how you're understood. For example, if you say, "for here," with a rising tone, it's a question. But if your tone...
Spot on. My advice, over-exaggerate intonation while practicing. It might feel silly, but it helps you really internalize the natural flow of English.
Agreed. Okay, here's another tip. Practice thinking in English. It sounds tricky, but it works wonders.
Definitely. Instead of translating in your head, try describing what you see or planning what you'll say all in English.
Right. Start small, like with your grocery list or your daily routine. Over time, it'll become second nature.
And here's a bonus. Get feedback. Record yourself speaking and listen back, or even better, ask a native speaker to give you tips.
Great advice. It might feel awkward at first, but it's one of the fastest ways to improve.
Agreed. And finally, don't underestimate the power of immersion. Surround yourself with English as much as possible: music, podcasts, shows, or even online chats.
Absolutely. The more you hear and use English, the faster you'll pick up those natural fluency cues.
All right, to sum it up, mirror native speakers. Learn key phrases, master your pacing and intonation, think in English, and immerse yourself in the language.
And remember, fluency isn't about perfection. It's about connecting and communicating. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're part of the process.